Hello everyone! So in this video, we will be answering the exercises that we posted on the dictionaries video. Bear in mind that the solution here will only be one approach and you are highly encouraged to solve it on your own or take another approach into solving that particular problem. As you know, there is no one way to code the particular solution for these questions or challenges. So let's begin. We'll go ahead and skip problem number 1 because we have already essentially solved problem number 1 using the dictionary video that we have watched or created or made. So if you haven't watched that video, I highly encourage you to watch them first or watch it first because the answer will be using concepts that I have discussed there. For problem number 2, we are tasked to create a function to invert a dictionary. Now, it should accept a dictionary as a parameter, or the argument here in the function, and return a dictionary where the keys are values from the input dictionary and the values are list of keys from the input dictionary. It may sound that this problem is just a simple inversion of the dictionary, and we've essentially done something like that in that video as well, in the dictionary video, but in this particular problem, one requirement is that the values of the inverted dictionary are in the form of list. If that is not clear, what you could probably see here or check here is that we could have this example. You have the input here, for example, it's a normal dictionary, but when it got inverted, the values being presented are already in the form of list, or the keys in the original input dictionary is now represented as values in the new dictionary, but they are in the form of list. So let's first get this input. Okay, so let's say call that input. Okay, so this is a reserved word, so maybe input dict, and just verify that if we call on that variable, we get a working dictionary. So it's okay, we have encoded that correctly. So to create a function, we will maybe call this function invert dictionary. Okay, and we have here any dictionary as an input. Now, the first thing that we need to do, of course, is since we're going to return the inverted dictionary, is to maybe create a new variable called inverted dictionary, and it's a blank dictionary. So maybe here, create an empty dictionary that we will be returning. Okay, so for most of the solutions that we've been doing for the past exercises, we've always been creating an empty variable that we want to return. So in this case, the empty dictionary is what we're going to return. Of course, we will input or put in the values over the course of the code here in the inverted dictionary before we return it. Now, because the pairing of the key value here in this case is essential, what we will be using for the loop is the dot items. So that's also been discussed in the video. So what we will do here is since we use this, so maybe for key value in dictionary dot items, so now we're looping over the dictionary and calling or separating their value, key value, but it's still using, or it's going over it according to the pair, the key value pair. Okay, now here's something that I haven't, I think, discussed in that video, but for example, we have here the input dictionary. Okay, by default, if you want to know if a certain key is found in the dictionary, you can basically just type if, for example, you can try this one, if key 1, as you can see here, key 1 is a key that is found in the input dict, right? In print key found. Else, So as you could see here, one way to test if the key is existing in a dictionary is to just call on this particular line of code. Now we will be using that in here because as you could see, we have two values here, value 1, that are similar, and they're going to become the key. And one of the very first lesson that we've learned in dictionary is that keys are unique, right? So we wanna be able to combine all those into this value, right? Into this list of value. But in order to do that, we need to check if that particular key is already existing. So what we just need to do is put in here a condition if, and I think here in this particular case, we will be using the value because we are inverting it, right? If value in invert, or maybe it's better to name it inverted dictionary. If it's already there, then what we want is to get that. So recall, to get that value, just a little review here. So for example, if I to call on the value associated to key 1, this is what I'll do, right? So, and we want to append that value so that you'll have something like this one, because what it will return is a list, right? And review your list methods. The append there would add on the value if an existing list is actually present. So here, what we will do is inverted dictionary, and then you call on that value using this one as the new key, and this will return a list. Because this has returned a list, you can simply just append the value. So let's say, for example, you would append here the key. However, if it's not yet existing and it's the first time that it will be placed or be created inside the dictionary, what we will do is simply inverted and here we'll call on that value and simply assign that key. But recall, we are not just assigning a key, a standalone key value. It has to be in the form of list. Therefore, it will be in this form. So maybe we can put here some documentation. If value is already a key, and after this one, we have to return now the inverted dictionary. So to do that, what we will try to check if this actually will return this value here, right? This value. So let's maybe just there. If this value is what will be returned to us, right? So invert dictionary, and you have the input. Okay, so you have essentially returned what's needed or what's already given. For problem number 3, we are to create a function that accepts a number and displays the products with price less or equal than that number. So this dictionary that we will be using is this one, the product. Well, this is the product name and this is the price. So we will be comparing the number against the prices of these products, and it should return the key, which is what type of product that is. So here it is a little bit easier than the other one. So of course, let's just get the product first. In this particular problem, it was explicitly said that the function accepts a number and only a number. It didn't specify that we need to also input that particular dictionary. So it could be that this products or this dictionary is already existing as a local variable or existing elsewhere in the code. So we only need one input or one argument or parameter in the function that we are about to create. So let's see, products below, maybe that's the name I want, and here's a number, accepts a number, and this will be a little bit easier. And for this particular problem, we need to iterate over the dictionary with both or using both its key and value. So in that particular case, like what we've done in the earlier part, we would declare an empty variable containing those that are less than the number, or maybe those products. Maybe we call it result. And now we loop over this dictionary, this exact dictionary, because it's already existing, right? That's the premise of the problem. So for a key value in products.items, okay, and it's a simple condition. So if, so maybe here, check if the value associated with the key is less than the given number. So if value, actually it says here less or equal, so value is less than or equal to the number, then we get the result. So here, if it is less than or equal and the result variable. So here, if it passes this conditional, then we will have result that append. We will append the key, okay, and that's really all we need to do. And then here we will return the result. So we can try that here for products below, okay, and 500. It says here that for 500, we should, for 500, it should return both PlayStation and the tablet. Okay, so let's see. There. Now we can try. So for example, if we made this lower, maybe let's try to make this 450. It should just return the tablet. And if we make it, let's say for example, 1000, it will return everything except for the laptop. Right, so let's check that. And there. So hopefully these exercises are easier for you now that you've listened to the dictionaries video, and it really is just utilizing a lot of the concepts that we have learned from the basic ones like looping, of course declaring the empty variable, and for the list as well. So hopefully these skills of yours are stacking up or improving alongside your of course your comprehension and programming logic. And that wraps up our video. Hope these exercises and the coding that we've done allowed you to solidify or strengthen your understanding in dictionary and Python programming in general. Till the next video, bye for now.